Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the Tri-Z again. My little tank repair on our video, a couple videos back, it didn't hold. So I'm going to try something completely different on it this time. Mostly like drill holes through everything, put a screw in it, and then try to melt the plastics back together so it'll be stronger. So I think this is where we're going to start. We're going to take the tank out, and I got a bunch of parts ordered, and some of them have already come in. So we're going to start disassembling this thing, get it taken down to where we can try to clean up and repaint the frame, pull the engine out, repaint it, fix whatever we need to on the exhaust. It looks like it's got some damage too. Replace these rear axle bearings, the front wheel bearings, the front tire. You know, just going to start on this one and just get as much tore down as I can and get it ready to build back up. So follow along. Alright, got the tank out, and I'm going to go try to fix that part. Alright, well, while we're waiting for the fuel tank to, I've got some stuff in it, trying to clean it out, trying to get all the gunk broken up. While it's sitting and soaking with that stuff, I'm going to start on this front end, and we're going to take the headlight guard, the front fender, try to get the top triple tree apart or loose so that I can clean up these two items and repaint them. Try to do something with this headlight casing. The headlight lenses themselves are in really bad shape, so I'm going to try to polish them up. I'll go through all that when I'm doing it. Once we get that done, then we'll go back to the tank and try to get everything cleaned up, get that lid attached properly, and then we'll just work our way through. Alright, now we have the headlight guard off. You see it's just faded, it's got some rust up here. We're going to clean it up real good, refinish it. There's the headlight casing. We're going to take this, kind of try to smooth it out, and then we're going to try to get these cleaned and clear again. Hopefully we'll be lucky and get that accomplished. Alright, now we got this top triple tree loose. We're going to clean it up and refinish it too. And at this point, I'm going to have to put something underneath this frame because I'm going to have to take the front tire off, the front wheel off, because I'm going to change the front tire. While I've got it up, I'm also going to take the forks loose, last bolt on each side of that while I have the wheel off and everything. Take these forks off, clean them up, replace these broken boots with something good. I already took the bottom loose to see you know, measure and everything for them. So I got new boots for it, but I'm going to take it off, clean this up. This is supposed to be black, and it's all worn off, so I want to try to refinish that. The other one here, it's close, but I'm going to make them match, so I'm going to get all that done. So let me get something to put underneath this, and then okay. Now we got the front wheel loose. I don't know if it's ever showed up in any of the other stuff. This thing has got huge rips on the side, cracks and stuff on both sides. I think this might actually be the original tire, just from the looks of it. Okay, this is what we're going to replace that old tire with. It's a CST Ambush. Now on 85 models like this one, the stock front tire size was 25 by 8 by 12. In 86 they went to a 23 by 8 by 12, and that's what I got here, 23 by 8 by 12. It'll drop the front end a little bit. It'll kind of go along with the tires we have on the back, because they're a little bit shorter than the original tires too. So I'll get this put on that wheel, and also get these forks taken loose and get them cleaned up and redone too. And we'll come back after that. Okay, in order to take the forks off, I have to take this bracket loose here that holds the brake hose in place. And then take these last two screws out up here, and they ought to fall out. So I'll go ahead and take this loose first. There's one. There's two. We'll come back on these. I'll start sanding this down and repainting it, cleaning up everything in here, make sure that it's all good. Seems pretty decent. So we'll get started on that part. Alright, we're getting late in this day. But what I wanted to do before I finished up the day was try to get this old tire off and get the new front tire on this wheel. So I don't know if any of you guys had ever seen this little deal here out here in the yard, but when I had my small engine shop, this was my manual tire changer. I designed it. It's very simple, but it is extremely handy if you can get a wheel that fits on it and can get it held in place and stuff. There it is. Somebody put slime in this tire, so I've got to clean this wheel up. And when I get it cleaned up, we'll come back and put the other tire on it. Okay. I'm hoping this isn't too dark, because it is getting pretty dark out here. I'm going to put a new valve stem in this, because you know, I don't know how long that other one has been in here. So I'm going to put this in. It took me a while to get this wheel cleaned up. There was quite a bit of stuff in there. So. this loose. And I'll run this over to my air compressor and get it to take air, and we'll be done. And here we are. It took me maybe 30 or 40 seconds to get it to get the beads to seat, get it fully inflated. So we'll come back later and reinstall this on the 3-wheeler. Alright, we're out here. It's another day. Where I left off, I had taken off the forks and the top triple tree. Well, started trying to feel the bearings in this, and they are hung up real bad. I can even hear them grit. So I'm going to take this apart. We're going to put new bearings in this. Excuse me. So from this point, I've just decided that I'm going to strip the whole frame. Take the engine, radiator, all the stuff that I put back on it, foot pegs and stuff. I got new fenders in yesterday, and they sent the wrong front fender, but I've already talked to them and they're going to send a new one next week, which is not a big deal. Good people to deal with. KTX USA. Other than minor problems, you run into that on occasion. So, but they're getting me the new front fender, the proper front fender next week. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this off. I'm also going to take the swing arm. The bearings back here are bad, and the axle bearings are bad, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to check all the other bearings. I even got bearings for the pivot up on the front. At this point, I've just decided I might as well do mostly a restoration, what do they call it, where you mod a little bit, but restification or something, I don't know, something like that. But I'm just going to check the shock. I've already replaced the oil in the front forks, that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to move through and start taking things off as I need to. I'm going to try to maintain leaving the wiring in unless I absolutely have to take it out, because it's a pain in the butt to try to run wiring sometimes. But if I need to, I'll take it out. It'll make it easier to clean and paint the frame anyway. And then I'll just take pictures of it to make sure I know where everything's at. So, no more talking. I'm getting after it. goodness. Getting those last couple of bolts out was a little bit difficult. And I recant my statement on the wiring. There's so little wiring on these. It's literally just this and that. So I'll take that off. That'll give me a good clean slate to start with. I'll take this last deal out here for the shock linkage, and we'll start rebuilding everything. Give me a second for my catch my breath. But yeah, this is what we're trying to get to today. Okay, everybody, I've got this tore all the way down now. That's going to be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video. Share, comment. Check me out on Patreon. And I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope your holidays are good. And we'll see you in the next one.